Hello everyone, welcome back to our second challenge walkthrough here. So as you're trying these, this one's kind of a short one, but it does cover many aspects that we're going over in this section here. So just like always, we're going to go ahead and click on our Microsoft Word option down here. Or if you don't have it on your taskbar yet, you can see our last video how to do that, or you can just click in your search box and just type the word Word, and that'll bring it up there for you. So I'm just going to do a blank document for right now, and I'm going to, just like before, I'm going to move my screen to a half and half kind of orientation here. Now it says for this challenge we need to open our practice document. So what we want to do is we want to click on this link here for the practice document. It's going to ask us where do we want to save this practice document to. I'm going to save it to I'm going to save it on top of this one because I already downloaded it previously. So I downloaded it. Now at this point you have a couple different ways you can do this. The first way is you can go to File and then Open, and then this will come up here. Right here you see where it says Create Open Practice Document. It'll show usually the most recent one up here. So we'll go ahead and click on that. Now this goes ahead and messes up my orientation, but it opens it up on on the screen here, and we're going to go ahead and click on. Remember this. This is something that a lot of students had trouble with in PowerPoint. You always need to make sure that they make this yellow and everything to kind of catch your eye. But in order before you can change anything on this document, see I can't click in. I can't delete anything. I can't do anything. But if I click on Enable Editing, that's when we can go ahead and start editing this document. Okay? So always remember to click Enable Editing before you do anything. Now, we'll notice, I'm going to maximize this. You can see this here. You'll notice that up here, we're going to see the word Compatibility Mode. What that does is it limits the amount of features that our document has because it's an older version of Word. Okay, so what we can do is when we have this kind of situation where we received a document from someone that's in compatibility mode, we can convert it. When we convert it, then any and all features that are available with Microsoft 365 are going to be enabled. So according to our instructions, it says that sometimes we might see a dialog that says if we'd like to close and reopen the file in order to see the new features, then choose yes. Okay, so what we do is we're going to go ahead and click on File, and that takes us to our Backstage view. In Backstage view, we're going to see, we have our document here, but that's not what we're looking for. We want to look for this here where it says Info. This gives us information about this document right here. And we see here that it says Compatibility Mode. Some new features are disabled to prevent problems when working with previous versions of Office. Converting this file will enable these features, but may result in layout changes. So that's something you need to be aware of. If you're afraid of doing this, if it's a really old document that you need to keep in that old format, you can keep it in that format. Or what you can do is, remember we talked about going to the document in your folder and pressing Control-C to copy the document, and then pasting a copy somewhere. So in case it changes the layout, you don't have to worry about anything getting messed up. You'll have that archived copy of that document here. So for instance, let me go ahead and and do that for you. So I know saying it is one thing, but doing it is another. So let me go ahead and, where is it here? Let's see. Oh, it looks like it's not there. Did I save it here? No. Okay. Looks like I saved it to open the file location. Oh, I'm saving it to my videos for some reason. So right here. So if I do a copy and then I Control C on this once it's highlighted, Control C, and then I Control V on that, you know, this blank area down here. Now we have a copy here. You see that? So I don't need a copy right now because I know I'm going to be okay. So I'm going to go ahead. I'll delete this one. There we go. I deleted one of them. So what I can do now is go back to my document, and you know, we're back at this area. So going back from the beginning, we go to File to get to Backstage View. We go to Info, and then we have Compatibility Mode. So what we're going to do is we're going to click on Convert. It gives you a message saying your document will be upgraded to the newest file format. You know, basically what we saw, you know, in the message in our instructions here, and also in the Backstage View. The document will be replaced by the converted version. Okay, so you're replacing this document with a more updated version. So we're clicking OK, and that's all we have to do. According to our instructions, sometimes it may close the document and restart it. So just keep that in mind. So now we have this, and you'll notice if I go back to here at the top, it no longer says compatibility mode. We're using the full version. Okay? So let me go ahead and put that back over here. So now, what we want to do now is we've converted something to, you know, we've done the conversion process. And now what we can do is we want to try to pin something. So we want to pin document. So maybe we have, like, look at me, like I have all these documents, right? And maybe some things can get lost over time. But what we can do is if we want to pin it, you see, I can click on this little pin. And now, once I pinned it, I have only the option to unpin this item from the list. Do you see that? It even gives us a tooltip saying that we can only unpin the item from the list now. If we move down to this one and hover over it, it says pin this item to the list. But since we've already pinned this, you know, it only gives the option to unpin. And if we need to look for that pinned item later, we can just go to the Pinned Items tab right here, this little Pinned tab. And this narrows everything down, creates a filter, and only displays the items that are pinned. So it makes it very easy to find these documents. Okay, I'm going to unpin that because I don't need it pinned. Okay, so that's basically how you open a document. That's how you convert a document, and that's how you pin a document in case you want to access that in the future. Maybe a year or 2 years in the future, you'll still have that pinned. Okay. Oh, one last thing. Let me show you this as well. So I'm going to close that out. We had this document here. We don't always have to go to File and then Open. If we download that file, we can either double click on this here to open that file, or what we can do is as we download things, when we download it, we can try to click on this, and let me close it all the way. We can click on this little download option and then go to this one here, and it opens it as well. You see that? Okay. So that's it for this week, or actually for this section, and we have one more coming up. See you soon.